Hey, good morning, everyone. Adam and Sarah here, the Green Executive.
Hello.
Hope you're doing well. So today we want to talk about what's your process?
Not do you have a process, because you do whether you realize it or not. So the motion in which you do things. And what we mean by what's your process is, can you define it? So there's probably some way that you're used to a routine. Call comes in, this is how you handle it. Hopefully that's the same every time, and that's what we're getting to, is that really refining that process, so to speak. So even if you're a one-man show, even if you're a $10 million company, a process will help you and everyone else who's associated with the business, whether it be coworkers, vendors, customers, know exactly what to expect.
Right.
So you're setting expectations when you set a process. And this doesn't mean you have to go like necessarily word for word and outline it step by step for everyone, but to at least talk about it and know that flow. What happens? The phone rings. What does that kick in? Because that kicks in a whole series of things in the front of the house for sales, and then a whole series of things in the back of the house for production once those sales are made.
So one of the things that came to mind as a process for landscapers, and something that we do at Linnemann, is like when the guys pull up to a job site, all right, is the process that maybe they get out and they put some traffic cones around the trailer. Something as simple as that is a process. So do all your team members that are on your crews, do they know that? And if so, you have one in place already. That's your process for safety.
So those are all, like, processes just mean how we do things. It can sound a little scary, and there's a lot of things that happen in your business or at work. So when you sit down and say, how do we handle something from start to finish, from the time the phone rings all the way through till we get paid for doing that job, there's a lot of steps in there, and that can be overwhelming if you're thinking about, hey, how do we document this? How do we get this on paper? Or how do we just flush out and make sure we're all on the same page of what should happen? And P.S. imagine what that can do if you hire a new person, if you can hand that over to them. Right. Or if you're trying to sell your business or make it, marketable. Anyways, so that can be overwhelming to get down on paper. But just literally take out a pencil and paper and say, these are the big picture. Like, it flows from the phone rings. So maybe it goes from sales to production. Start there, sales to production. Okay, sales, what does that mean? We have to get a call. Then it goes through the sales process. Then the job gets sold. Okay, let's dig into each one of those. So just start really big picture and then narrow it down. And you don't have to do this alone. The people who do these, once you get down to pretty granular, like the salesperson does their thing, their magic, they work their sales magic. Ask a salesperson, what's your process? Have them document it, and then you can come back together, and you don't have to do this all yourself.
So there you go. What's your process at your company? Are you relaying it to your team, and do they know what's going on?
Can somebody follow it? Approach it that way.
All right, guys. Hey, real quick, while I'm thinking about it, November 15th, Jeff Heller and I are holding a webinar, and it's all about income targeting. If you want to make $80,000 a year as the owner, if you want to make $150,000 a year as the owner, you're going to want to tune into this webinar, because we're going to show you exactly how you can and what you need to do to make that happen. So November 15th, an event will be coming out here real soon. Take care, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye.